So the pyramid of profitability has three components. We have a platform, we have a product, and we promote that product. The three P's, I call it. In the last module, we made a platform to sell a product. This module, we're going to focus on creating that product. So the way we look at products for the pyramid of profitability is, you think about a product. You could sell candy bars, and you'd probably want to have a store that little kids can come in after school and buy candy bars. That would be your product. If you worked at a car dealership, well, they're selling cars. So that's the product, the cars. If you work at an electronics store, you'd have computers and you'd have, TVs and things like that. Those are the products. So for our purpose, a product is going to be an information product. So we're going to sell information products, and our platform is going to be a website, right? So an electronics store, the platform is a large store location, a physical location. Our platform was creating a website with all of the technology involved in selling automatically a digital product that we're going to create now. So the way I look at it is everybody has their life experiences, whether it's what kind of education you have, your work-related experiences, just things you do around the house. You might raise kids, or you might just work around the house a little differently than someone else. I think everybody has at least one good product in them. I'm sure it's more than one, but what I'm sure that we could create, everybody can create at least one product. Now, what I mean by that is your experiences are different from my experiences, and my experiences are different from the other person's experiences. So everybody can learn something from someone else. People are willing to pay money in order to shortcut the learning process. It's known as modeling, right? I mean, that's what happens when you go into a store. Like, say I go into a bookstore and I buy a book on computer programming. Well, without that book, it would be really difficult to learn a computer language, right? And I'd have to try to figure it out. Like, say I had to open up a piece of computer code and try to figure out what's going on. I pay money for the book because that book is shortcutting my learning process. I'm able to read the book, someone's explaining to me what the code means, and then I'm able to kind of learn how to code on my own, instead of me just looking at a huge page of code and trying to decipher it. So that's the idea behind an information product. Information, I think, is really the big thing these days. And, everybody wants to learn something, and I think everybody has something to teach somebody. So that's why I think everybody has a great product in mind, and I'm going to show you how to put that product together so that it could reach a large audience. So hopefully there will be enough people that want to learn what you are going to teach them, and then you could make some money too. There's no guarantees in that, but at the same time, hopefully you can make some money. So basically, the greatest thing about digital products and our platform that we made is that digital products are sold on a website. Websites don't sleep. You might go to sleep. You might go to vacation, somewhere down in the Caribbean or in Europe or in America, wherever you're going to go. The digital products that are sold on your website are being sold there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. That's the great power of this type of a setup. We're selling information products through an electronic platform, if you will, like a website. If we want to talk a little bit about the product creation process, I'm trying to keep this, since I'm guessing most people here are starting off, making their first product. Hopefully you've finished the website that we've developed in the platform. So you have that good website going, and probably I'm guessing you're somewhat of a beginner. So I'm trying to keep this as, close to free as possible is what I'm saying. I'm going to show you how to go and you physically create a product, but I'll also go in to show you how to source work from others. There could be something, maybe a couple of subjects in the grand scheme of your whole product that you may not be an expert on. You may be able to source out an expert to kind of write up a little bit about certain topics that you could source them, which you'd have to pay them for, but then you'd be able to use that into your own product. So that's a choice you have to make, but hopefully you could do the whole thing yourself. And that's what I would recommend for your first attempt, to keep things as, close to free as possible. So we're going to create a few different types of products. First thing is going to be like a written product, so something that our customers can read. And it's going to be an electronic product that they could read on a phone, a tablet, some kind of a reader, or they could print it out and read it on paper. Next, we're going to create an audio product so that your customers can listen to the product. And lastly, we're going to create video products where you actually will show your customers how to do something. And the great thing here is that you're going to learn how to use your completed work in multiple different ways. So nothing's really going to get wasted. You're going to, once you create something and you're going to put that time and effort in, you'll be able to use it multiple times in multiple places because it's your work. So there's no reason not to use it as many times as you can. If you want to use it to promote certain things, it's your work. So you'll benefit from it as much as possible. So with all that, I think we have a lot on our plate. So let's get started.